Hi there. In this session, we're going to show you how to preset all of your jurisdictional requirements. This is an optional feature, but it is quite useful and can save you a lot of time down the road, especially if you're managing a large team or work in many different regions. Please note this video is for account supervisors. If you're not an account supervisor, feel free to skip over it. To get to the jurisdiction section, click on the settings icon on the gray ribbon to the left of your screen. And then click on Jurisdictions. Next, click on Add Jurisdiction and give your jurisdiction a name. We suggest that you give your jurisdiction a name that is descriptive, something that your team would understand. For example, here I'm going to name my jurisdiction Greater San Antonio Area. Next, I will put in an address. Let's go with San Antonio, Texas. And keep in mind that any location within 50 miles of this address will automatically pull in the settings you are about to input. So you can get as specific as the city level and as general as the county level. Let's go ahead and start by specifying our setbacks, or offset requirements as they're called in some parts of the country. I start by clicking on Edit, then I input my setback requirements. So for the city of San Antonio, these would be 3 feet from the ridges, 1.5 feet from valleys, and from hips, I believe. And this is not a city requirement, but I just want my organization to leave 3/4 of a foot setback from any obstructions. Click OK, and this is now saved. If I click Edit, you can see that it's pulled up there. Next, I'm going to input some notes for my designers or salespeople. For example, I could say 3/4 foot setback from obstructions is a design recommendation, not a city ordinance. Or I could put in some other suggestions, such as increase fire setbacks to 3.5 feet for flat roofs with parapet walls. Let's do the same for design notes. These would be more for my designers or engineers. So for example, I could say only place modules on roofs with at least 80% solar access percentage. Since Aurora calculates shading for you, this should be very easy to implement for your designers. Great! Well, congratulations! If you've been following along, then you should have created your first jurisdictional requirement. See? There it is right there. You can create as many as you want. We recommend that you create one for every county you operate in. It will save you and your team a lot of time and will improve the consistency and accuracy of your designs. Let's see this in action. I go to Installations, and let's pull up San Antonio House. So unsurprisingly, this installation is located in San Antonio, Texas, so I would expect that the settings I just specified will be automatically pulled into this account. Let's test this. First, I click on 2D, and this is an outline of the roof that I did ahead of time. Then I'll click on Detect Edge Types over here. This might be a little bit easier to see if I toggle off the satellite imagery, so I'll do just that. Next, I'll go to my settings, and you can see in the jurisdiction section, the Greater San Antonio Area jurisdiction is pulled up. That's because this house is within range of the jurisdiction we prescribed. When I select it, you will notice that all of these setbacks are input pulled in automatically. When I click on OK, you can see there they are. So here are our hips, 1.5 feet, our valleys, our ridges 3 feet, and our obstructions. So that looks good. On the left, you have a pencil icon. If I click on it, nice. There are the specific notes that I put in. 3/4 foot setback from obstructions is a design recommendation, and I can increase my fire setbacks to 3.5 feet for flat roofs with parapet walls. Perfect. Let's move on to the design section. I'll save this, and I'll look at this blank design. If I click on the pencil once again for building notes, it tells me only place modules of roofs with at least 80% solar access percentage. That should be easy enough. So if I run my shading analysis, let's give it a second here, I can see that all of these areas, pretty much anything on this particular roof surface, would be eligible. So I should have no problems here. Excellent. So we have now covered how to specify jurisdictional requirements in your account. The next few videos will walk you through the rest of your settings.